Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. It's Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we're talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. Today we are talking about a post in Melody Shari's story that she put on her page the other day on Instagram in lieu of, the latest set of ratings that I did the video on yesterday about the ratings increase by like 68,000 viewers. And it basically, says that this was a nice jump for Love and Marriage Huntsville. She was reposting the ratings and, said that, these kids are special, basically referring to the Holt kids. Make sure you'll tune in Saturday to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville on OWN. And so some people, they're trying to figure out, okay, is she no longer with the Blackout? Like, what does this mean, right? So, as you guys know, there's been some interviews, there's been, some sound bites to where Melody Shari has previously said that she was not happy with the direction of the show. She was not happy with, the violence or having people such as Marceau and Maurice's brother come on and, say slanderous and, negative and false statements in regards to Melody Shari's mother, Van, and everything else, and that she was supportive of the Blackout. Now, what am I interpreting from this? And this is just my opinion, you guys, is I think that since the direction of the show has changed, the direction of the show now is showing more of Melody Shari compared to what it was showing on the first half of the season and really the first 75% of the season, right? Even this back half, right? And I think she's saying with her having more of a storyline that's being showcased, as well as Kimmy being showcased more in comparison to the Scotts and the Scott family, and compared to Letitia's mom, Phonics Unhooked, that it's good to tune in basically, because basically if you're tuning in for the episodes that is going to feature Melody Shari, the Holt kids, her mom Van, and Kimmy's storyline, if that's going to be the focus rather than, the negativity, the violence, the, the stuff going on with Tisha's mom or whatever drama's going on with Tisha and her husband or whatever and their family, if that's the focus, then she was supportive. But I think now that the direction is, showcasing more of Melody Shari and her family as well as Kimmy to tune in, right? So there's that, and which some of you guys did, and kind of got the gist from the previews. Okay, they're showcasing Melody Shari more again, they're showcasing her family more again, whereas before we would maybe see a scene at the beginning of the show or at the end of the episode of Melody Shari, and that would be the extent of it, and that would be all, right? So what do I think about this? I mean, at the end of the day, this is Melody Shari's baby, right? This is Melody Shari's baby. I think ultimately she does not want the show to go under. Ultimately, she does not want the show to get canceled or things of that nature. But I do think she wants changes, right? I do think she wants changes. And I think as a bargaining chip, what she can do as far as negotiations, if this gets renewed for another season, she can basically go to the executives at OWN and say, listen, the episodes that feature me are the highest rated of the season. The demos are up, the ratings are up on the episodes where I am the star of the show, where I am the star of the episode, where I have the most scenes. The other episodes where it's gutter or it's negative or it's everybody else obsessed with me, but I'm not on the show, people are not tuning into those episodes. So then that gives credence on Melody Shari's part to say, hey, I can negotiate on who I still want on this cast and who I want off this cast if they are not contributing to the bottom line, which is the success of the show. So I think it's more so strategic. I don't think Melody Shari is going to outwardly say, right now that she's supportive of the Blackout, because right now it's beneficial, of course, to her because it's her baby. She's one of the producers on the show. But it is a bargaining chip that she can utilize for future negotiations if the show gets renewed to say, hey, the ratings went up when we changed the direction of the show. The ratings went up when we focused on the positive and not the negative. The ratings went up when things didn't escalate, when things stopped escalating to violence or people were being gaslit into escalating things into violence, right? And so I think that is strategic on Melody Shari's part, right? Because secretly, I'm sure she was happy with the Blackout, specifically the episodes that focused in on the Scots and, Phonics Unhooked and everything else, with all of the slander and the negativity and everything else that took place regarding Melody Shari and regarding towards, her family and everything else. That showed that people were not tuning in. Viewers were against the violence. Viewers were against the negativity. Viewers were against that gaslighting. But I think this is strategic, you guys. I think this is strategic because if Mel, like I said, if she can use that as a bargaining chip to say, hey, the episodes where the Holts are the focus, the episodes where my family is the focus, is when people tune in, is when people watch this show. And she even may even say her and Kimmy, right? The episodes, if it's focused on me and Kimmy, that is when people are going to tune in. That's when you see the views up, that's when you see the demographics up. But when it is focused on something else, when it is focused on negativity, when it is focused on a certain family, when it is focused on, certain lies being told or certain people being brought on to bring on social media drama, the ratings, people are tuning out. People are pushing the Blackout, right? So I think it's more so strategic, you guys. I think it's strategic, and I think since Melody Shari, probably knows what episodes are going to be coming up down the pipeline, and if the episodes, the rest of the season are going to be focusing in more on her and her family, she's going to want to make that argument to say, hey, we finished strong in the ratings because you guys had the focus back on me. You guys put the focus back on me and my family and not that foolishness you were doing season 4 and even the beginning of this season, right? So I think it's a bargaining chip, and I think it's an opportunity for Melody Shari to negotiate not only for herself, but also make the argument of, have an influence in terms of if the cast needs to be shaken up or what have you, right? So there is that. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. Do you think Melody Shari is really against the Blackout? Or do you think that this is strategic in that Melody Shari is going to utilize this as a bargaining chip to leverage against, certain cast members or certain casting decisions to change the direction of the show back to what its original intent was supposed to be when it first premiered on OWN, which was about Black entrepreneurship, Black love, Black marriages, and how people were balancing their families along with their success. So there is that. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.